What's up, everybody? It's your girl vibing with Nate, and I'm back again with another lit reaction video, part two to Miss Katie Santry. What she found. So the ending of the video, I hate to spoil it, but it was just what what we would have hoped that it was. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. I'm not gonna even spoil it for y'all. But just know, things happen.
Do that all the time. So, I mean, okay. They're probably just looking.
Hi, TikTok. I feel like I just went from the most normal ass person to not. So here's what's going on. I'm pretty sure everyone's up to date on the latest. CSI is going to be here soon to dig. And I'm like personally feeling like this is so crazy because while there's like two huge things happening simultaneously that are also related but unrelated. And that would be the fact that I just went to over 1 million followers when a week ago I had 6,000. So that's crazy just to know that there's that many eyes on me. And if I had my Apple Watch on, I'd probably tell you my heart rate was in the millions right now. And I'm still shaking. I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. Good God, dressed in the dark. So please be kind. And simultaneously that this is all happening to me here with you, there's still police surrounding my house and potential of digging up something that is going to change a lot of people's lives. And that's overwhelming. So I'm still hopeful, and the police that I talked to yesterday said that there's a good chance that it's not a body, which just sounds absurd to say because when I started all of this, it was a fucking joke of like, who broke my computer? It must be the body in the rug. If this hadn't all happened, none of this would happen. So I again have to say, if something comes of this today and someone is found, that is solely because you guys and you're being impatient little bitches, as I said previously. So pat yourselves on the back because we did this together. I would not have done all this on my own. I can assure you. We were going to put the post in and call it a fucking day. So, and I will not go live while they dig. Honestly, I went live with the dogs because I thought this was going to be the end of it and it was just going to get wrapped up and the dogs were going to see nothing. The cops were going to leave and we were going to be done with it and move on to the next thing. Go back to talking about toddler life and mom life and pregnancy symptoms and miscarriage. That's what I thought was going to happen. So I will not be going live on the dig. I'm sorry if that disappoints a lot of you, but I hope that you understand that I would never want, imagine there is something there and someone has to see that, as a relative or, I think it would be disrespectful. So I'm sorry to disappoint a lot of you. I will go live today, but I will not live while the uncovering is happening. And I'm still fingers crossed that worst case scenario is not what's going to happen today. I'm hoping that the dogs caught wind of something else, or maybe they're confusing human to animal, even though everyone keeps telling me it doesn't work that way. But maybe, just maybe. But I guess we'll see. Everybody's here. There's a tent set up and there's 9 police officers and CSI in the backyard. I'll show you, they've blocked how far I'm allowed to even go, and they're bringing equipment in now. So they put this up outside so that I cannot get any further. They've got a tent and a bunch of people bringing in a bunch of stuff. So homicide is here and missing persons, and now CSI is bringing the shovels out. So we can't go any further than here. And I can see news cameras set up over there. Okay, so everybody's here. Some of them are in the hole. My Windex. I had to clean my windows so that I could frickin' watch. And we still don't know anything. The dogs could have had a bad day, had an off scent, the wind, the rain, who knows? They told me that all the rain that Ohio's had from can like reinvigorate smells. So yeah, we don't know anything yet, and my goal is that we can all laugh about this tomorrow. We're all gonna say, this was a funny, silly goose waste of time. And now this girl's famous for nothing. And that the dogs they were confused. They were tired. It was 5:30. They had a long work day and they were confused. That's what we're hoping for.
Investigate further before committing to any physical digging. She had no idea why the rug was buried, and though they had dogs, none have ever dug in that spot, and they were all cremated after they died. After they spoke, the daughter was on her way to the nursing home to talk to her 90 to 95-year-old parents and offered to see if they had any insights about the rug. That's where TikTok currently hangs in suspense, waiting for the daughter to relay information to Santry. I truly don't think there's a dead body down there, she says. Curiosity about why that rug is there definitely haunts me. But my biggest concern is my computer, because at the end of the day, it shattered for no apparent reason. That leaves me with the most question marks. I actually have a psychic who reached out to me and wants to do a reading. This is crazy. The kids find it comical, Santry continues. Brandon doesn't believe in ghosts, but my 3-year-old sometimes tells me he sees skeletons in his closet. I've never thought much of it because he's 3. But now it's ringing alarm bells and raising red flags in my mind. She also explained that even if they don't uncover what the deal with the rug is, she is ready to give up. She says if I dig in one direction, I hit a rock fire pit area, which would ruin everything. If I dig in the other direction, just 2 feet over, there's a bush taller than me, like a 10-foot bush. I've already ruined one tree, which has some agriculturists on TikTok really upset because apparently blood-good trees are very expensive. I don't want to kill another bush, so I'm honestly torn. If I put a post there and then something else weird happens, now there's cement over it and I'm kind of stuck, trying to figure this out again. So I'm like, okay, we're just pausing on the fence for now while we try to decide what to do. As for the theories circulating online, Santry mentions there are guesses about actual bodies. Apparently, a lot of people go missing in Columbus, Ohio, something I'm not too familiar with, even though I am a big true crime junkie. The internet is about 50-50 on whether it's a dead body or an animal, and maybe 10% think it was just a junkyard. However, we've dug a lot of posts and fenced in most of our yard at this point. I can say we haven't come across any other rugs. So the internet thinks it's either a junkyard, a dead body, or a dead dog. So what do you guys think? So here they are. They've got the tent set up and welcome in everybody. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I've got some of her videos that I wanted to share. This is a bizarre thing, right? So she's digging for a fence, her and her boyfriend. They come across this enormous, like, shag carpeting. And they realize that it's bigger than what they can even handle. So here, I'm going to share screen. Let me pause this for a second. And we'll come back to it. But I want you guys to see her actual TikToks.
Okay, we're in Do Not Disturb now. We're in Do Not Disturb. Sorry. I am not tech savvy. Howdy. Okay. You can finally sleep now. I'm so sorry. I set it on Do Not Disturb. I got it. I figured it out. There's no sound? Can you hear me? Before I keep talking to myself. It worked. Maybe. We can hear you. Okay. Here is the story from beginning to end, while for anyone who wants to actually know what happened versus listening to strangers. So instead of letting strangers tell you what happened, let me tell you. Press fucking record if you'd like. We were digging a fence. We came across the rug in the post. I didn't think too much of it. That is not what caused all of this. Just finding the rug alone is not what caused it. All of this came from shortly thereafter. I'm here at my desk in my sunroom working. I shut my laptop. I'm done for the day. And then the next morning I come down. These doors closed at night. So the dogs don't come in here. Kids aren't in here. Nobody's in here. I come down in the morning, open the doors. It's a beautiful day. Open my laptop. My screen is shattered. Like the whole screen is shattered. And then I realize at the same time that like my desk is all messed up too. Like this little shelf I have is falling off. It was just like, it was a total mess. Can I take a bite of food? Because I haven't eaten in over 24 hours because I was so scared. This is buffalo chicken mac and cheese made by my beautiful boyfriend. Let me just, one more bite. Okay. So. Sorry. Okay. So I come down. Everything is a mess.
Played sports my whole life.
And is he on an interview? What's happening? And everything's just broken. And I'm like, at this point, I'm accusing everyone in my house. I'm accusing everyone in my house for breaking my laptop. I'm like, who is in here? What did you do? I don't understand. And we were like, okay, maybe it was like a slow burn break. Like I just closed it one too many times and it wasn't. I went to the Apple store and they said it was blunt force trauma. So it was like a punch or like a elbow to the laptop, something shattered it. Like it was not something that happened slowly over time. So I'm asking everyone, I'm asking Brandon, I'm asking the kids. I'm like, did you guys break my laptop? Were you in here? If it was an accident, I'm not mad at you. Like, can someone just tell me? And everyone swears up and down, haven't stepped foot in this room. Nor did I see anyone step foot in this room. Mind you, because I didn't go to bed till like 11 o'clock. The kids were already in bed. They would have come down here in the middle of the night just to, my computer. That'd be weird. So I sit here and I turn on my little TikToky to my 6,000 subscribers or followers. And I'm like, who broke my laptop? What is going on? Was it the rug? Is it the ghost of the rug's past? And you guys took that and you scurried. And by scurried, I mean, we got to 10,000 followers and I thought I made it. I was like, oh my God, so many people care about my broken laptop and this silly rug. And then if you go all the way back, I was gonna let it lie. I was done with it. I was like, okay, this was weird, but like, what else am I gonna do about it? And then all of you were like, call the police, you have to call the police. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, fine, because you were really guilting me into it, okay? You were like, okay, so if it's nothing, then it's nothing. But if it's something, aren't you gonna feel bad? You horrible person, aren't you gonna feel bad if there's a body down there and like you're not solving a crime? And the crime junkie in me was like, you know what, you're right. I will call the police. First I wrote in a tip and nobody responded to me. Why would they? It's weird. So I called and I said, hey, I have a weird thing to tell you. I have a rug in the ground of my house and I don't want to tell you a ghost story side, but something also broke my computer in the middle of the night. And I know that's not the priority here. It's the rug in the ground. But I just wanted to let you know and see if you care, if you want to do anything about it. And they said someone will be there in 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, the mystery is going to solve. And so the police come. And also I went out of town for 2 days in the middle of this. So for also all of you were like, she's dragging this out. She's this, I wasn't here. I was 2 hours away working for 2 days. So that's kind of a lot of the videos where I'm just talking about it. I wasn't home to do anything. I wasn't here to like physically get a shovel and try to dig. I wasn't home. So if that answers some of your questions, I hope it does. And then the police come, they look, they're like, this is super weird. They call somebody and that somebody says, we're not doing anything about it. She can dig it up. And if there ends up being anything, we'll come back. If it's not, then we won't. And so then we left it at that. My friends and I were going to have a dig party. We were going to dig it out yesterday. That was the plan. That was the update I gave you this time yesterday morning. And then actually it's 1:30. I don't even know what time it is. Yesterday morning, that was the update. And then after I post that, Homicide gives me a ring and they're like, hey, we want to come and just bring the dogs. We want to bring the dogs and just check. Before anyone digs anything up, let us bring the dogs. And I was like, absolutely, bring them. That's fine. This will solve the problem. Because in my head, these dogs were going to snifferoo and then walk the other direction. I did not think these dogs were going to do and sit at all. Not even a little bit did I think. I truly, I was at maybe 0.05% that these dogs were going to smell something. And we were all watching when that first one sat. He gets his head in the hole and he sits right down. And that was when I got literally scared. I got really freaked out and scared. Because 120,000 people had just seen it happen when I thought 120,000 people were going to watch a dog do nothing but be cute and walk around my backyard. So when they sat, so my house became a crime scene yesterday. They had cops staying here overnight. Can you hear me? I don't know. I could be talking to myself. Cops stayed here overnight, so I was still safe. And then they came very early in the morning to dig. And they dug and dug and dug, and they were standing in the hole. And then they had to get an excavator to come because this rug was either so large, so deep. They had a huge black banner up, so I couldn't really see other than I could see when they would get in the hole. And then they kept moving the banner further and further out. So I could tell that the hole was getting bigger, but I couldn't really see what was happening in the hole. It was blocked off to the media and then it was blocked off to me, which really was being blocked off to you guys because they knew why they were here. Because honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, they probably would have just left that rug lie and let it be. So yeah, excavator digs the rest of it out. I see them pulling it out in chunks, probably this big, and rubber mat or plastic also. And then they all stop. They were taking pictures, and I was still panicking at this point. When the excavators are coming and then a photographer comes over, a forensic photographer, he's over there taking pictures, I was still panicking. I was like, oh, no. Because they really weren't saying anything because they knew I could hear them. And if they did, they would go kind of over to the other side of the yard to talk. because they didn't want me to hear it and they didn't want you to hear it. So they stopped digging and they're talking, and then they start taking the rug out. Obviously at this point it doesn't seem to be like enough of a panic, like, oh my god, there's a person. And then they start talking about filling the hole back up. And so I went over there, I'm like, hey, is it safe to say like you didn't find a dead body? And they were like, no, we did not. They said they don't know why. In the beginning of the live, I was actually still outside talking to the police, so some of you may have already seen this part. They took the rug, so there will be no cleaning of it. Gosh darn, because that was my whole thing in my head. I was like, well, if this all turns into no dead body, we should give this to the rug people, like as the final finale. Those people that we all watch at 3 a.m. that just like clean the rugs, and then they could have cleaned it, and it really could have come full circle. But we don't get to do that because they took it. It's evidence. I understand. They did give me a really cool little this thing when they left, and they said they still appreciated everything that happened. Oh my gosh, this is kind of heavy duty, guys. Columbus Division of Police, established 1816. And they did a really good job trying to clean it back up. They did do a really good job trying to clean it back up. So that was really nice. But my fire pit is gone. My fire pit that I loved so much, and it was my first project when I bought this house last year, it is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Nope, it's gone. So that sucks, but it's okay. I'll survive. But that's okay. I need another bite of food. I'm starving. I have not eaten because I was so scared. And that's another thing, like,
It's horse spot.
oh, that was a big bite. That was a big bite. Sorry. So, my apologies. So, we're left with a mystery broken computer, a mystery, and other weird stuff happens in this room too. My phone, like, my electronics don't work right in this room. Not only did my computer get busted, but like my phone only in this room, and the room is like, it's all freaking windows. It's literally all windows. So the thought of it being like a service thing doesn't really make sense to me, because everyone else is fine. It's just me. Things have only happened to me in this room. So I don't know. We'll see. The computer got yeeted. Someone or something yeeted my computer screen. So you know what I need is, I need Apple to sponsor me. Get me a new laptop. I'm getting it fixed. It's at the Apple store currently, as we speak. Honestly, it's been there for a while. I'm kind of disappointed in the speed and agility of the Apple support team because they've had my computer since Sunday. But anyways, I'm working off of a second computer, my work computer. But that's where it's left, guys. Is this not the craziest freaking thing ever? There was no intention of any of this happening. The people, I don't even know. There's people who think I made it up. What did I make up? How could I have ever made it up? There's nothing to make up. The rug was there and I didn't put it there. And then there was theories yesterday that I was the unaliver. And I was like, I don't know if you guys were on the live yesterday when the dog sat. I immediately looked at the detectives and I was like, and I was crying. And I said, you know that I didn't do this. I don't need a lawyer, right? And I was so scared. Because, like, I watch movies. I watch TV. They'll try to blame it on anybody. And I got so scared. I got so nervous. What was in the rug? Nothing. They took the rug. There was no bones. There was no body. There was just a rug. There was just a fucking rug. Can you see outside now? Yes. Let me turn you off of Wi-Fi so you can see however testing. But he said there was no visual evidence of anything. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed by how well they tried to put everything back together, but let me turn Well, I don't know what's happening, but they're all just kind of standing around. The digging has paused. A guy with a suit has now come over. I don't want to show too much again, just in case, like, we don't know what's happening yet. But, yeah, that's where we're at. They're just kind of looking in the hole, and they've paused. But the amount of dirt and digging that has happened. One guy's on the phone. I don't know. That's what I know. And here's what it looks like from my perspective. They're coming out from the back. Okay. I'm sorry that this is delayed, but I don't know what's going on, but they did just stop digging.
This was a fun little caper scavenger hunt. Shout out to I Am Zoe for the tea. He found this, so I gotta give him credit for this story. Y'all, this just tells you, listen, if you see something, at least try to find out what it is. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that post notification bell. Y'all, it's in there. Nothing really was in the rug, but I think that they will have to do some forensics and tests and all that other stuff to see what the blood is in there. Because it was a tree that was called a blood something, so a blood flood or something. And it was, I don't know what the name of the tree have to do with the hole and the rug, but maybe y'all go look that up and then let me know. Y'all comment down below. Do y'all want me to do more stories like this from TikTok? I can go and find them. And something, as long as it interests me, because like this one interested me and I knew it would interest y'all. So just something a little fun today, just a little caper that, I thought, I said, well, let me, go and post this, because this was a little, because I was intrigued. I wanted to know, and I feel like y'all would want to know too. So y'all comment down below. What would y'all have done if y'all had to do all this with you? Because, see, I would have been nervous like her too. Like something like that, rug rolled up, and you don't know what's in there or down in that hole. Yeah, it could have been a dog, it could have been a cat. But the way the dog sat down, they let you know something. And then they didn't want to go no further, because I feel like nowadays people don't want to find out. It could have been just a covering to push the whatever's down off in there even further. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all comment down below what y'all feel, and I'll hit y'all in the comments below. Till next time, peace, empty nesters. Peace.